Cool. In round one, and we won the die roll, so we get to play first. And yes, I want to play fast. 3 swamps, no plains, but we have a morph. I think, well, we have 2 morphs. All right, I'm going to keep it because of morph. We have 9 white sources in the deck, so we should be able to get to our kill shot, and we'll at least be able to have some plays on the first few turns. This is sort of like the fun of morph, that we're able to not have perfect mana draws, but you're able to still get things going. So I'm going to see just how versatile morph is, if it's as good as I think it is. And we're going to lead out with the Sage Eye Harrier. What colors do you have? Abzan, those are my colors. Alright. Also, being the first one to play morph is always kind of nice. Alright. Enoch Bondkin. Alrighty. We'll trade our Harrier off for that, if need be. Cast face down. Let's see how all this fun stuff works online. So there's my dude. Oh, look. And then you can see what it is with its morph cost when you scroll over it. I love that. I'll snap block the Bondkin if my opponent wants to attack in with it. I'm fine with that trade or any other trade with this dude. That's why you play that guy first and not my Abzan guide first. There is an argument to go ahead and just take the damage while nothing's happening, so I can then smash back with my morph, but I don't know what my opponent's going to play, if that's just going to be a suicide mission or not. And therefore, oh, my opponent must have something then. Let's see what it is. Alright, so we only have that. Hopefully my opponent lets me at least attack, so that I can trigger raid. Alright, we do, which is why I'm going to go ahead and attack with this guy. Opponent can block or do something. Don't know. Don't care. But the Mardu Skull Hunter will come down. My opponent will get to discard. We'll get a little bit of advantage. Drew another swamp. Opponent's going to go ahead and block. I assume there's some kind of trick or something here. What does my opponent have? No, just lets the trade happen. Well, I'm super happy with that, because I definitely consider this Bondkin a liability for later. Do I have to target? Yeah, target opponent. Well, I only have one opponent, so it targets for me. Yay! Oh, Magic Online. Opponent discards his or her own Harrier, which is interesting. My opponent chose not to play it morphed last turn with 3 mana. And just didn't do anything for that turn. That's really fascinating to me. What do we have here? A Woolly Loxodon, which will be a while before we morph. I think I'm going to go ahead and play this morph before my Abzan guide. Both are pretty good. I don't think I want to necessarily trade these two off, even though they're the same, so I'll just keep it on defense. Wait till we can maybe get like a rush of battle action online. Stuck on swamps. Alright, opponent now has access to 4 colors, right? Yes. Well, I already had that access. Rune attacks, target creature can't block this turn. Alright, so we're going to need to find some manas soon to get our kill shot online, because that 5/4 is going to be a little bit bigger than we can handle. Attacking with the 2/1. Huh. Do I block with my Mardu? I think since I'm behind on the mana thing, I just want to go ahead and trade off cards, because I have more cards. I just want to stay alive. Opponent stepped out. They're basically an even trade, even though I do have Rush of Battle. I don't have the mana to cast it yet. And we'll have things to do with the mana once we get there. Yay! 1, 2. How much is 6? I know I don't have the forest yet, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This guy won't be able to block next turn. Do I use my kill shot now? I think I just developed the board, right? Yeah, I'm not going to fall too far behind. And with the lifelink that I have, As in, since I'm playing my morph now, sure the raider can like choose opponent not to block, or choose a creature not to block, and then I'll take 5. But I crack back for 4. Now, of course, my opponent can continue to develop a board as well, but at least there's some threats available. And I like just getting my dude out in order to develop my board, and I can take a 5 hit. We have Rush of Battle, which will gain life, and our lifelinker here should get us there once we get out of our color issues. Probably just going to kill shot next turn anyway. What you thinking? It is a bummer that I have 6 lands? No, 5 lands that come into play tapped, which is fine. Again, the kill shot is pretty much guaranteed to be the play next turn. But when I really want to be able to grab my land, play it, and then use it to like unmorph or something, well, such is the life. Ooh, that might have to be dealt with also. But there's less of a clock, so I should be able to get to Doom Blast by the time that happens. Alright, I could take a 5-point hit right now. I don't think my opponent's going to block, but if I attack with both, my opponent does block, I can go ahead and do a Rush of Battle. I don't get the lifelink bonus, but at least it kills the Kieran, which I want it to do at some point. I'm still only going down to 10. If my opponent doesn't block, I have kill shot up, so, and that's still helping, so I like that play. I also have 5 mana available, even though I don't have 3 colors, so there tends to be less. All right, my opponent didn't go for the offer there. I'm sure I'll just kill shot the Mardu Raider here, because I just need to stay alive more. Because there's a lot of time for, and again, for 2 damage a turn, so I won't die right away. We have Lifelink coming up later, supposedly. Rush of Battle could take out the Alabaster Kieran. Let's just see if my opponent has another huge something coming down. Ponyback Brigade. That's good, especially if there's a Trumpet Blast in my opponent's deck. Really want to try to get the Lifelink online. Not quite there. So if we attack with all of our dudes, my opponent just does a bunch of double E type blocks. The Rush of Battle might still clear the way pretty nicely, and I'm still okay taking a 2-point hit. I don't think adding the Abzan guide down right now is going to do a whole lot. Basically, we need to draw a green at some point anyway to get some of our pieces on. Oh, this is interesting, by the way. I have 1, 2, 3, 4. I have all my green spells, right? Are these all my green spells? Yeah, all my green spells. And none of my sources. And I was so confident that I have good mana. I still think we just go ahead and on the attack. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. It is 17 damage on the crackback. If I play the guide afterwards... this is, sorry, 17 if there's a Trumpet Blast on the crackback. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I died a Trumpet Blast if I attack with both these guys. I haven't seen Trumpet Blast from my opponent yet. It's not exactly like a for sure deal. I'm going to go for it. There's enough potential for me to use Rush of Battle to kind of clear some of this board out of the way. Alright, my opponent doesn't go for it. Opponent will have exactly lethal. Okay, so this is not a Trumpet Blast, so that's nice. Bring low, but still, gonna take out the Abzan guide, and then hit me for a lot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 damage down to 6. Alright, officially on defense now. What else we got? Yay! And actually, the best we can get. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 now. We're one way from Doom Blast really clearing things up. We'll keep both of these on D. I have to carry the Alabaster Kirin with the Doom Blast eventually, but we're just going to go ahead and morph our guys here. Little dangerous. Maybe I should have morphed an attack just to gain the life. I just realized it's a little bit dangerous because what could happen now is my opponent could be sacking like a powerful removal spell besides like Bring Low or Draw It or something, and then in response to me morphing, killing it, and then I'm just kind of screwed, possibly dead. So I really just kind of like got myself. Whereas if I had attacked with lifelink, I'd be up to 10, my opponent would be down to 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm just not quite as dead. My opponent does go for it. I don't know. There's a +2/+2 combat trick. Probably not splashing 4 in these colors, but certainly could be. Do I think that this second point of damage matters, or do I just want to kill the goblins? This is going to become a 4/4, and I'm pretty sure I'm going to go ahead and morph this one because I want the lifelink. So, if there was Trumpet Blast, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and I'm only going up to 10. But even if I block the Ponyback Brigade, it's still going to be the same thing. Maybe I just try to offer a trade here, because eventually I need a Doom Blast anyway. No, I think Trumpet Blast gets me no matter what, right? Block 2 goblins. I take 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh no, not at all. Never mind. Yeah, we'll just go ahead and block 2 goblins here to play around one of the. I mean, I don't know a lot of the removal spells to be, or a lot of the combat tricks. I just know there's that one +2/+2 pump, and there's which is one thing that makes me not want to block with this guy to the Ponyback Brigade. All right, those are the blocks. Oh, gotta do it that way, do you now? Alright, well, at least that happened. Able to get some life back in this situation. Is there a 5 mana to the face? There is a 5 mana to the face. Arrow Storm. Okay. Should have blocked Playback Brigade. There you go. Thus, the pre-release. Thus, learning the format. Alright. So I want to visit my mana again. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think I just got a little unlucky in drawing all of my my green sources, or drawing all my green spells. Also, not just being unlucky, but it is my decision to keep an all swamp hand with those morph guys. So just keeping those in mind. Is there anything I saw that like is really good against my opponent? Yeah, we saw some flyers. We saw that one Kirin. We saw the 5/4 dude and the beatdown. My opponent wants to be beating down. There's no reason to bring Naturalize in that we saw. I could bring the long shot squad, but I think we have ways to deal with, a single flyer here or there. Excuse me. That really isn't going to matter too much. So I actually want to keep it the same way. Right? Yeah. We'll keep it this way. And I do want to play first again. Yes, yes, yes. We're missing white again. We have a Ruthless Ripper that can be cast. One more land gets us into, of course, our morph guys. We're only playing 17, though. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and keep it, because if I need to, I'll keep. I'm not going to play the Ruthless Ripper on turn 1, but if I get kind of screwed, this guy should hoard down the fort from something aggressive to start. My opponent's mulliganing to 6. And is deciding on 6 or 5. And my opponent hates the shuffler. I can totally sympathize. It can be fairly frustrating at times. Opponent gains a life. Hey! There we go. We're gonna gain a life. So that makes things very nice for us. What do I want to do on turn 3? Just play the Watch of the Roost? Do I want to play a Morph? Leaping Masta comes on down. You know, I can actually kind of... If I don't feel like the Morph's that important, I can just go and play the Barons I just drew so I can get a turn 4 Unyielding Krumar, which I kind of like. It's also nice. I just don't want to, like, not progress my board. I really like the idea of getting the Krumar down, and I'm not planning on blocking with my Morphs, because I actually like the Morphs against the Leaping Master. So I'll just go ahead and gain a life. I'm taking 1 extra life on this turn. I'm taking 1 extra point of damage by doing that. My opponent may just be stuck on mana too. My opponent was complaining about I hate the Shuffler, so may not be too far behind. But I really like the idea of the 3/3 with possible first strike getting out there. Since there's not a lot of pressure. If there was a lot more going on my opponent's side, then yeah. But since I was on the start, we were fine. Oh, cool. I have things that interact very favorably with the Mardu Hateblade. I will go ahead and rock out this guy now. I gotta remember, like, with Magic Line, it takes so much longer to pay casting, and I'm already a slow player, that I want to be careful about that. Alright, no attacks from my opponent. My opponent's just stuck on land and wants to keep defense right there. I guess if my opponent wants to do that, I'm okay with just paying 2 and 2 to get out. I need to sequence this correctly. Thing is, if my opponent... Yeah, I'm not going to go in for the extra point damage. I'm going to attack. I'm not playing the Chief first, because if my opponent doesn't block, then I'm not going to use the first strike, and then I want to have more mana available. Yeah, see. Instead of getting the Chief out right away, I actually want to play my one of my Morph guys. Which one do I want? I want the Watcher. That's in case there is a removal spell or something. I want to protect the Abzan guy. And I might just be able to hard cast it if I want. This guy, reveal a white card. Do I make the trade? I don't think so. I'm winning the race at this point. And I think I just want my flyer. I'll just take 2. Gain 2 life by revealing my Chief of the Edge, which I'm going to play next turn anyway. I revealed my Chief. Well, let's make this a little bit bigger, shall we? Yeah, so this is going to kind of wreck my opponent. There might be a block here. I'm not too sure. It does hold me back, but I think the Skull Hunter is going to stick around anyway. Nope. Opponent's just hanging out for a little bit. Not a whole lot of value. I mean, my opponent's stuck on spells, so it's probably an easy decision on what to get rid of. Interesting, because this is a morph, so at least one other land gets there. My opponent is frustrated and conceded the game because of Mana Screw, which definitely sucks. I feel you, opponent. Never fun. Never ever fun. But that is certainly a part of Magic. Didn't see anything that makes me want to change this, so I think we're going to continue along. Yep. Still liking the build against my opponent this way. Opponent's going to be on the play for the first time. I'm going to keep it. It's a little bit sketchy, but I like that we have 2 powerful spells and that we have a lot of mana. I guess we don't need that much mana, do we? I'm going to mulligan. I'm on the draw, right? I assume. Yeah, playing first. Alright, so I'm going to mulligan. I don't need this many lands. This is much better. I'm glad I mulliganed. Yeah, I think I was still in that mind frame of thinking that like I need a lot of lands in this format, but actually I don't in my deck. So there we go. And we're all just going to gain a bunch of life. Here and there, here and there. Ooh, hello. I could debilitate an injury in the Bondkin right away, but I have another turn before it gets big, so I think we'll just go ahead and develop our mana out. And then we'll lead with like our Sage-Eye Harrier or something. Get some morph online. We have all of our morph creatures. I don't think there's anything for 1 mana in the format that matters. Oh, my opponent is... If my opponent's outlasting, yeah, then I'm just going to go ahead and debilitate an injury that, because this guy is just a house. It's a bummer because it takes my turn, but it's worth it, in my opinion. Ooh, and I even get to play Disown Ancestor, so that's great, since I don't have to completely waste my turn. There we go. Awesome. So that kind of worked out as a perfect top draw. Very lucky about that. That was luck. Whole lot of luck. Now here could be like a Ponyback Brigade or something that starts happening. Death Touch Outlast guy. Alright, I like that guy. I wish I had him in my deck. I'm not really an Outlast deck, but still, it's a thing. Alright, drawing the lands, which is never a bad thing. We'll go ahead and play the Watcher, because I want to start getting some aggression on. If my opponent wants to attack next turn, I have the Ancestor just to hang out. And then, yeah, we'll go ahead and go. Gotta learn how the quickest way to do this is going to be. Could have been right to play the Absent Guide first, but there's a removal spell. I want to, I like this guy a lot more, so there you go. I'm going to reveal the Sage-Eye Harrier to get my flyer online. My opponent's outlasting. Yep. Alright. We should be able to win a race if that's my opponent's game plan. Still, very good card. Opponent has his or her own morph. We're going to gain some life, try to start bashing through in the air. Revealing the Sage-Eye Harrier. And a kill shot. Ooh, that's fantastic. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Having an Outlast dude does kind of make keeping such things available a little awkward. I'm going to Outlast the Ancestor because right now I'm not blocking. I think what I'll do... I don't know. Do I just play the Harrier out on its own? I think right now I just want the morph. I don't know. Interesting decisions. Because I can play the one of my morphs, and then go ahead and Outlast to start building my guy up. I'm definitely attacking him for 2. Crackback is 5. Am I blocking the morph? Probably not. The only morph I've seen has been a powerful morph, the Ponyback Brigade, but that does mean it's just a 2/2. So I could be able to block pretty, make a somewhat safe trade, but then there's a bunch of 3/3s left. I think I'm just going to keep the Disowned Ancestor back for blocks, and I'm going to play the Absent Guide as a morph creature. It's a little awkward, because it signals to my opponent that I don't want to block with my morph. And if that's the case, maybe I should just play the Sage-Eye Harrier, which my opponent knows about, and knows it might just be that guy. But I really want my Absent Guide down, and I have enough time to where I feel like that's correct. Alright, let's see if my opponent wants to risk the morph trade. Opponent does. I'll still just go into a block. My opponent pays the mana and like eats the ancestor. That's okay with me. I think my guide will be able to tussle with whatever my opponent plays. Don't know. There could be that 5/4 can't block. Chose not to morph. Is it the big boy? I don't know how much it costs. I don't remember. Swarm of Bloodflies. When it enters the battlefield, 2/1 land, whenever another creature dies... Okay, so that's going to get big. That might have to be our kill shot option. Oh, very nice synergy. I wasn't even thinking about that with Death Touch, no less. Alright, alright. Well, I'm definitely down for these two to trade. Am I down for my lifelinker to trade? It doesn't put the race in a favorable position for me. These guys go... I gain 4, 5 life this turn. I'm going to be at 26. I'm whittling away my opponent for 2 a turn. I also kind of like just like hanging back here. Keeping my morph available and my kill shot available. I think it's time to start outlasting. And then just have kill shot up. But I'm kind of considering just trading these two. Get the flying clear, gain a bunch of life. This guy can get pretty nasty later on no matter what. I don't think my opponent's going to actually trade here, though. Let's give it a go. I want to attack with my morph. I don't know if this is correct or not. I think this guy's going to be enough of a problem, and I think I want to keep the skies clear long enough that I think that'll be fine. And my opponent isn't blocking. So I'm definitely turning face up. Play a land, gain a life, and then this race is really in my favor. If one of my guys dies, this guy starts getting kind of big, and the kill shot will have to take it out. But I think I'm okay with that. I am tapped out. I'm in the habit of not F6ing when I'm tapped out because of Convoke, but I can F6. I really can. Because I can't do anything. My opponent knows that. Alright, there's the arrow, taking out my big old boy, the Abzan guide. Swarm gets bigger, and as predicted, it'll probably end up being, excuse me, a kill shot target. I'm not blocking this guy yet. Alright, another land isn't horrible, not great though. Still just want to attack in the air, keep up kill shot. What's my mana like then? If I outlast, because I'm not blocking right now, I still have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mana. I could go ahead and just play the Sage Eye Harrier, but I think I just like having kill shot open. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, one more land to be able to morph and outlast and kill shot. Do I care about Outlast right now? It's holding back the morph. Yeah, I guess I don't really care about Outlast. I think I would rather just keep Killshot up and have a Sage Eye Harrier out. So, or at least a morph out. Then we'll hang on to the Killshot. If I don't use the Killshot, I can morph the Sage Eye Harrier too. Just a flying 1/5, right? Yeah. Kind of want to know what this morph is before I fire off the kill shot, but I guess I don't really have that luxury. So my opponent can keep deploying threats and has 3 cards in hand. I have a nice removal spell, but I'm a little behind on the board. Ahead on the life race, so I can try to whittle away, but it's going to take 6 turns, and my opponent has more than that on me. Alright, attacking with not all. I can't block. Well, I'm not going to block. I'm not going to block the Death Toucher yet. The question is, am I kill-shotting now? And I think I am. Yeah, I want that flyer gone. What else does my opponent have? A Leaping Master, which can get into the fly zone. And another morph. Okay. I'm going to get the last card out of my opponent's hand. I'm going to go ahead and attack in with my flyer here. So I'm going to morph before combat, and then we'll play the Mardu Skull Hunter. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm still just a little bit away from each of these guys from being able to do it all, but we'll see how that works. Ah! Remember, click the morph first. Go to combat. Attack for Uno! I still want to be attacking, by the way. Because right now I'm raiding. Opponent takes it, as my opponent should. Oops. Come on. What's the last card? Something relevant? Burn away. Yes, very... Is that just a creature? Yes. Great. Happy about that. We still have a lot coming through here. Still taking 3 a turn, and the race is now flipped over, so I need to start dealing with this Death Toucher. But if I'm doing 3 in the air, no, because my opponent can do a lot. I'm not in a good position. These morphs have got to have some power behind them. My opponent can sink mana in, so this is not going super well. And I don't think it's because of my draws. I think it's because of my gameplay, so that's interesting. Maybe it is time just to go ahead and make that trade. So we block here. If I go down to 10, I'm in pretty bad shape. But I think it gives me my best outs. I could put my opponent on a 2-turn clock. I assume these are going to get bigger in some way, shape, or form. No. Something tricky is going to happen. Okay. I think this guy's just going to end up trading with this dude. If I attack with all my guys, then he also becomes lethal, which is nice. What morph things are there? So 3. If it's a Ponyback Brigade, there's 3 that are out. I'll only have 2 blockers. 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think I like that, though. And again, it puts me in the best position to win, I feel. What morph is this? Ponyback Brigade. Alright, you're going to take out a Mardu Duder. I see, I see. Actually, I should have thought of that, because I knew that that was one of the morphs in my opponent's deck. It was very probable that could be the case. I hate how hard it is to cast these things. No! Please cancel. Is there a way to cancel this right now? Yes! I just want to cast you normally. So I'm going to be able to trade with this Death Toucher. Time is of the essence, but I'm pretty sure this game will be resolved by then. still important to pay attention to. How do I win this? Right now I have a 7-turn clock because my opponent just keep the Leaping Master back always to block this guy. So we play defense. I only attack with my 1/5. I'm worried about this morph. This guy's trading with the Merelk Knight guy while other stuff comes through. We can take 6 this turn. Then we keep things on defense. Maybe I just keep it on defense always, because once 6 comes through, I'm down to 4. I don't need the Sage Eye Harrier just to be blocking all these, like, X1s. So I think I win by drawing more gas. I have 10 lands in my deck out of 25. So time really is of the essence, actually, because if I am able, like, the only way I'm winning is if I'm able to draw this game out a little bit longer. It means I'm going to need my time fully. My opponent's probably thinking, is there a way for me to get a win in right now? I'm tapped out. Well, I mean, I have no cards in hand, so I'm tapped out. There's nothing I can do. All I have is what's on the board. Alright, my opponent's rocking it out. I will put the Ancestor in front of the morph. Force my opponent to reveal it. I need that guy gone. So what is that morph, and does it kill me? Or does it kill my Disowned Ancestor, I mean? I don't know. I don't know all the morphs in the format yet. And so you don't know all of them, like, on one color. I guess there's a Falter. I remember there's a Falter red morph that could be being played that makes something not block. That'd be dangerous. It was my guy, too. Alright, so it does eat it, which is a bummer. But that would have been also very bad if I had taken that much damage. So I'm glad to know it exists. Just sucks that it took a card for me to get there. Gaining a life is good. My opponent also may not have a lot. I think we need all the defense we can muster right now. I'm taking 5 next turn. Or I'm trading something with it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm at least taking 2-ish? Not necessarily, not at least. Might be time to start trading. I think I need a double block. That guy, unless the Leaping Master comes in. I'm going to hang on to the Blossoming Sands. I don't think the 1 life is going to matter. It could. I'm dead to Trumpet Blast, period. Let's see what my opponent does. Going in with everything. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I block the Leaping Master. I trade with the Pony Rock Brigade. 5, 6, 7. Oh, actually, it didn't matter to play Blossoming Sands. I didn't think that far. I didn't think that well ahead. I think we do the double block here, right? Yeah, I should have played Blossoming Sands. Could have put me down to 1 by eating this guy, training with this guy. But we'll do a double block. It means I'm down to 2, or down to 1. This guy's gone. I'm pretty much dead, but such is my problem. I think I would have been dead even if I had played the lands. I'd be down to 1. This guy would be dead. He'd be dead, but I'd still have 3 lethal dudes and only the 1/5 left. But I still think that was the right play. See what I'm saying there? Did I explain that very well? If I had given myself that extra life, I wouldn't have to do this double block right now. So I could eat the Leaping Master, trade off a dude, put me in a little bit better position. And I'd still be at 1, but with a little bit better board state. Now there's 4 lethal creatures, whereas if I'd done it the other way, there'd only be 3 lethal creatures. And I'd have a better blocker. I'd have the 1/5. This guy's still here. I'd have to have my Dune guy right now. Rush of battle. And it's a soldier. My warrior died. Alright, so that's it. That'll be the game here very, very shortly. Don't think even gaining 4 life is going to do it, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, so that's going to do it. So I'll go ahead and concede. Move on to round 2. Alright, super fun. As predicted, I'm kind of clunking around, not really knowing the format and not really making awesome plays, but I think that's kind of my my MO. I'm not exactly an instinctual awesome player. I'm still really enjoying it. I still like my deck. I think the draft went pretty well. I just would want to go back and see where I misplayed. And I am glad that in these pre-release, what are they called? Tournaments, these are all Swiss, because I'd be so tempted to play an 8-4, and I'd pretty much just get trounced. But we get to keep playing on because of the Swiss pre-release, so we'll head on to round 2 and learn a little bit more about Khans of Tarkir.